In this video, we are going to see the connection for Arcnics 4-channel Smart Retrofit Switch module. So this module can control 4 different switches, and you could see 6 terminals in this module: L1, L2, L3, L4 and L and N. You can also see 4 white wires towards its side, which are named as S1, S2, S3 and S4. So this module has 2 basic inputs, which are all the only inputs, L and N. So L is nothing but the live connection input to the module, and N is nothing but the neutral connection input to the module. So the live connection input, what I've done, I've taken the live from the switchboard, right? So whichever enters your switchboard. So I just taken a live wire from here, and I've used this module, to make all these 4 terminals as live connection. I've just made a short. So now all these 4 terminals access a live connection. So I taken a wire from here, which is red in color, and I've given it directly to the module L. So to the terminal L in this module, so which is the live. Similarly, I've taken the neutral from the switchboard, which is the main neutral connection, and I've used the same module here. So where all these 4 terminals access neutral, and I've also taken a black neutral wire from these 4 terminals, and I've given it to the N of this module. So these 2 are the only inputs, as I mentioned earlier, from this to this module, and the rest all are the outputs from this module to the appliance and to the switches. Right? So L1 to L4 all are the outputs to the appliances. So these are the live from the module to the appliance. So here I'm going to control 4 different lights: yellow, red, blue and green lights. So these 4 I've just indicated them with the respective color wires. So yellow color light has yellow wire, red color light has red wire, and blue color light has blue wire. And similarly, green color has it still has blue wire, but with the green tape here for identification. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to connect these yellow, red, blue and the other blue here from L1 to L4, which acts as the live connections to the appliances. So I'm going to connect these 4 from L1 to L4 right now. Okay, so now that I've given all the 4 connections, so L1 goes to yellow, L2 goes to red, L3 goes to blue and L4 goes to the green bulb. So these 4 are the live wires to the appliances. So similarly, you can see the black wire to the appliances, which is the neutral one. So I've taken all the 4 black wires for all these 4 bulbs, and I've connected it to the neutral from your house, from the main switchboard. So these are kind of connected to this same terminal, where all these 4 terminals access neutral. So the neutral and the live connections to the appliances are done. So the appliance could be any of your house appliances, could be like light or fan, whichever you want to control through this module. So now the pending connections are for the switches, right? So these 4 wires goes to the switches, as you can see here. So from the diagram, it says S1, S2, S3 and S4 goes to one side of the switch. The other side of the switch has to be connected to COM. Now COM is nothing but the neutral. Wherever it indicates COM, you can safely connect the neutral wire there. But please be cautious, you should not connect any live wire to the switches, especially for 3 and 4 channel modules. So 3 and 4 channel modules will have only neutral and S1, S2, S3 or S4 switches connection to the switches. It won't have any live. So right now I'm going to connect S1 to S4 to this switchboard, and also I'm going to follow up with the connection using the COM connections as well. So I have a switchboard which has 1, 2, 3 and 4 switches. I've just written the numbers here for easy identification. I would strongly suggest to remove any existing connections from your switches, so that it will be easier for you to avoid any confusions in here. So I'm going to take S1 and I'm going to give to one side of the first switch, and similarly S2 to second switch, S3 to third switch, S4 to fourth switch. So one thing that you have to note here is the order is exactly like this. The top wire is S1 and the second wire is S2, third wire is S3 and the bottom wire is S4. The reason being, S1 switch will control the L1 appliance, and S2 switch will control the L2 appliance, S3 will control L3 and S4 will control the L4 appliances. So it's important that you have to give in the same order, so that there won't be any mismatch with the switches and the appliance connections. So I'm going to give the connections real quick. So now I had given S1 to S4 connections to 1, 2, 3 and 4 switches. So you can give it to either of these sides. I would suggest to maintain one side for all these wires. The other side, as it is indicated, you have to give the COM connections. Again, COM is nothing but neutral. So I'm going to take a wire from this common neutral terminal, any of these terminal, and I'm going to short these, short the wire to all these 4 switches so that common is shared across these 4 switches. Okay, so now I had given the COM connection as well, so which is nothing but the neutral connection I've taken from this terminal, and I could see the wire. So I taken this wire from this terminal and I have shorted it all the way here. So all these 4 switches are now sharing the COM connection, the neutral connection. So now all the connection are done. We can just check if all the bulbs are turning on and off using the switches by turning the main power on. I'm just going to turn on the main power supply. Okay, now you could see all the lights are on at the moment, so which means the connection is perfect. So I'm just going to try controlling these lights from the switches here. Okay, so L1 or the S1 switch has been connected to yellow bulb, so it's turning off appropriately. So this should turn off the red one. Okay, it's done. And the blue and the green one. So similarly, you can turn on all the bulbs, appliances from here. So I'm going to turn on all 4. So yeah, the connection is really perfect and it's working as expected. So you can also control these switches from the app as well. So that's pretty much it. Thank you.